Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Is my screen visible, all of you? Okay, cool. So notice, I'll just open up the notepad. I'll increase the font size. First, I will save it. So I will create it as day 8. Day 8. Agenda. Agenda for today would be implementing the variables in Java programs. After this, we will discuss about operators. In operators, we would discuss about arithmetic operators. Next one, it is logical operators, and then bitwise operators. There are other operators as well. I'll talk about it a bit later because there is something called as ternary operators. Ternary operator we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll discuss tomorrow because there are other concepts. If you understand that concept and then if you try to understand this ternary operator, it would be very easy for you to grasp it. After this, I would be doing this. I'll be doing the next one happens to be next concept for us happens to be maybe comments. And if time permits, I will talk about keywords. So these are the concepts that I will be discussing today. So I'll just save it. Before I proceed further, I will just revise whatever that we did yesterday. I will go through it once and then I will continue with today's. So day 6, or it was day 7 actually. Day 7. So yesterday we discussed about the concept of data types. So in order to handle real world data, the real world data, in Java we have to take the help of data types. In data types we have 2 different types. One is primitive data type, non-primitive data type. Primitive and non-primitive, what is the difference? I will talk about it when time comes. But under primitive data types, we have various data types that are mentioned. If you ask me, sir, what are the various data types that are available in primitive? We have, number for handling number, we have byte, short, int, long, float, double. And then after this, in order to handle characters or ASCII values, we have something called as char. And then there is something called as Boolean. Now, after this with examples, theoretically we learned. So we know the, maximum capacity of byte, short, everything we learned about it. After that, we moved on to variable declaration. So I asked you, what exactly is a variable? Whenever I asked you what exactly is a variable, the first answer you told was, we will store data inside a variable. But as I told, we will not be storing the data inside a variable. All the information will be stored in the memory. And one name we would attach to the memory location, that whatever the name that we provide for a memory location, we call it as variables. So in order to declare the variable, what is the syntax? I discussed it later, how to assign a value to a variable. In order to assign the value to a variable, we would need something called as assignment operator. Assignment operator means single equal to, and always we have to read from right to left. Whenever you have some data like this, you should not be reading like int number equal to 10, boolean is running equal to false. No, rather 10 is a number. I'll be storing it in one memory location whose name happens to be something like that. You have to read. So to notes also I had given equal to operator. We should always complete RHS first and later move on to LHS. Whenever we encounter semicolon, then it means end of the line. I hope I am completely clear with the discussion that I did yesterday. All of you, yes or no? You revised it, by the way? Did you get a chance to revise it? All of you? Yes or no? Guys, did you revise it or not? Okay. So please make it a habit. Please make it a habit. Whatever that I do on regular basis, please do revise it before attending the next day's session. So if you follow the same approach for another 2.5 months, then whatever the concepts that you would have learned, you would remember everything. But if you stop it now, and then if you feel like, okay, after 1 month, I will start, that 1 month, you will not start. I'm 100% sure about it. So whatever concepts, whatever programs that I write, immediately after the session, try to spend some 30 minutes and then try to practice it. If not, next day, even before attending the class, some 30 minutes or 1 hour before the class, just practice it and attend the class. I hope I am clear with this. Just 1 minute, I'll just connect to a charger. Okay, good. Now, let us continue with today's discussion. So, day 8, implementing variables in Java programs. Oh, okay. Variables in programs. So, I'll write the Java program. By this time, how to write the Java program and all, So, notice what I will do is under day 8, I will create a new folder, programs, and under this I will create the programs. So notice I will open the command prompt, and this is the command prompt. So inside command prompt, I am inside this C, but I have to switch to this particular folder. So I will just say change the directory to this location. And inside this, I will start writing the programs. So notice I will create a new notepad. I will save it. Or even before what I will do is I will create one class. I told you what is this public class and all, you will understand. In couple of days or in at least maximum 1 week, definitely you will understand. Keep on concentrating. Definitely you will understand, keep on observing. So inside this, the name of the class happens to be maybe learning or variables demo, something like that. Variables demo is the name of the file that I had created it. Now I will write public static void main of string arguments. You will understand each and every thing, you will understand just for a couple of days or few more days. Just remember this. Just remember this syntax. So if you remember the rules that I wrote 2 days back, always whatever the class that contains the main method, the same name should be given for the file. That is what the rule I have given. So under this programs, I will just say variables demo.java, and it should be all files. After this, so first and foremost thing, I will just check. See here, system.out.println. So variables demo, something like that. So whatever that you provide within the double quotes. As it is, it will get printed. We will see whether it will work or not. Okay. Okay, sir. Whether it will work or not, you please demonstrate. So notice, I will just say, now you should tell me what is the command for compiling a Java program. You tell me what is the command for compiling a Java program. What is the command for, what is the syntax for compiling a Java program? You tell me, guys. Java C. Very good. Very good. So Java C, file name dot Java. Very good. What is the file name? Oh, file name happens to be variables demo. I will just copy it and then I will paste it dot Java. Now there are no issues. By this time, the byte codes would have got generated. Sorry. You can see the byte code got generated. Now I will run the program. We have already seen this. Okay, sir, how to run this program? I will just say Java variables demo. Oh, it will say variables demo because that is what the content that I had written here. That is what the content I had written here. Okay. Our intention was not to print this. Rather, we have to play around with the variables. Now, if I go back to yesterday's discussion, we learned different data types. In reality, we should check whether whatever that I told yesterday, whether it is correct or not. Yesterday, I told byte. If you use the data type called as byte, the maximum allowed number that you can store inside a byte type of variable, or if you declare a variable of type byte, the maximum allowed number that it supports is plus 127. The minimum it is minus 128. If I go beyond minus 128, something will happen. If I go after plus 127, something will happen. We will see what will happen. So notice, I will tell 10 is a number. I want to store in one variable, which is of type byte. Name of the variable happens to be number. That is how I'll be writing. Now, after this, I will just say system.out.println. I will just say num. That is, I am telling you, please print something on the screen. This particular line will print something on the screen. What it will print? Whatever that you pass to it. And now tell me, what is the data that is present in a memory location called num? What is the data? What is the data that is stored in one memory location called num? What is the data? Can anybody tell me what is the num? What is the data that I am getting stored? Integer, what integer? 10, right? 10 is the number we are trying to store inside the memory. Yes or no? Okay, sir, fine. Now let us see whether it will work or not. Now notice, I will just compile it. Java C variable demo dot Java. No issues. Now I will say Java variables demo. Now, I hope you can notice whatever 10 that we stored here, it is absolutely working. Now, let me check this minus 10. So, minus 10, will it work or not? Minus 10, see here, I will recompile it. And then I will run it. Oh, minus 10 is also supported. No doubt about it. Now, minus 128, I will see whether it will support or not, whether it will get supported or not. See, in order to clear the screen, I'm using this command called CLS. So notice, I will just say Java C variable demo dot Java. Oh, no issues. Now I will just say Java variables demo minus 128 is also supported. Now let us see whether I will print plus 127. Only positive scenarios that I am testing. Later, I will switch my focus to negative scenarios. So notice, I will compile the program. I will run the program. Oh, plus 127 is also supported. Now what I will do here is minus 427 I will do. Let us see what will happen if we give 427. So see here, I'll compile it. As soon as I compile it, it is throwing an error. Hey, incompatible types. possibly lossy conversion from int to byte. That means it is telling, hey, you are making some mistake. Byte will not allow such a huge number because you are going beyond the range. So maybe instead of byte, if you try integer, it might work. That is what it is telling. I hope you are able to notice. So maximum allowed is, that is minimum, the minimum number that is allowed with byte is -128. Maximum it supports is 127. Now let us try to make it 128. 128, not even one number, you will be able to continue. See, you cannot do it. That is what it is telling. That is the reason yesterday I told you maximum data that you can store. If the variable is of type byte is -128 to +127. Is that completely clear, all of you? Is that completely clear? Guys, is it clear or not? Okay. I continue. So notice, I will just copy this in our notes. I will copy it. So this is the program. So this will give error. This will give error because we are assigning a number which is not compatible with byte data type. I hope I am completely clear with this. Now, what I will do is I'll go back to my program. Instead of this, I will make it short. Now you should tell me, if I say short, tell me, is it a valid statement? Can I assign a number 128 to a variable, or can I, assign a variable to a memory location which is holding 128? Is it possible? Is it valid or not? As per our discussion, theoretical discussion yesterday, is it valid or not? Can't I store 128 in a short type of variable is my question. It is not byte, it is short. Guys, you are getting or not? Please do respond. Are you understanding my question? Okay. We can store or not? Absolutely, we can store, right? What is the range of short? What is the range of short? It is something like 32,768. That is minus 32,768 to plus 32,767, something like this. This is the range. Correct or not? Correct or not? Is this the range or not? Oh, let us try it out. Let us try it out. Notice, I will run this program. Java C variables demo. And then after this, Java variable demo. 128, there is no problem. Now, if you now notice, I will just make it 32,000. 32,000. 32,000. 32,000. Now notice, I will run this program. Just give me a minute. So notice, I will run this program. You can see 32,000 is also a valid number. No error. It will not be having any error because we are within the range. Minus 32,000 also is valid. See, minus 32,000 is also valid, but minus 32,679 or 768, 769, it won't be valid. So notice, I will compile it. You can see, hey, short cannot store this range. That is what it is telling. So similarly, see here, plus 32,768 also would not be valid. See, I will compile it. Immediately it will say, hey, no, you are going outside the boundary. So it won't. In this case, what should be done if you ask me? You should be using something called as integer. So if I declare it as int, when I now compile, there is no issue. If I now run it, if I now run it, there is no problem. I hope it is completely clear. I hope you got an idea, right? All of you got an idea. Okay, so one or two examples I will be able to do. I'll not be doing all the programs. So I will just write it like this. So you try all the possibilities for short, int, long and all. For int and long, you leave it. At least for short, you can do. And then short, maybe char, boolean. So notice for char, I will just do it. Only one example I will do. So after printing the number, I will just say, see here, I will just say char or the character. Whenever you are specifying a character, you should enclose it with a single quotes. Always keep this in mind. Whenever you are dealing with characters, you should always specify it with single quotes. What is the character that I would like to store is C. Maybe C is the character. Any character, C, percentage, anything you can store. C is the character. Or C is the data that I want to store it in the memory, and I would like to provide the name as initials, which is of type char. So C is the data that I'll be storing it in the memory. To this data, where whatever the memory location is there, for that I am assigning one name to it. Name happens to be initials. Now notice system.out.println. I will just say initials. Now when I save it, notice I have saved it, no issues. Sorry, I will save it, no issues. When I now run it, there is no issue. C is getting printed. Now let us try adding 2 or 3 digits. 2 or 3 characters. I think it should not support. It should give me an error. See, it is telling, hey, character you are telling, and then you are providing multiple characters. It is not possible. Char means you have to specify only one character. More than that, you should not be specifying. That is the error it is giving. I hope I am completely clear. You are getting it right, all of you? Guys, you are getting it right? Yes or no? Okay. See, am I going too fast? Again, I'm asking, am I going too fast, guys? Is it fine? This space is fine? Please do respond. Okay, fine. I continue. So notice, whenever you have characters, something like this, I will just copy it to the notes. So example 2. And then here I will paste it. So this will be error, because if the variable is of type char, then only one character should be assigned. One character should be assigned. Okay, sir, if I want to store the data like this, what should be used? For that, there is something called a string. I will come back to it later. But not now. But I hope you understood this. So this is the example number 1. After this, so I'll go back to my program. Last one happens to be Boolean. So see here, I will just say true is the data that I want to store it in the memory. To that memory location, I'm interested to provide the name as is raining, which is of type Boolean. Oh, after that, what, sir? So see here, system dot out dot println is raining. When I now pass it, when I now run this program, so notice Java C. Oh, this is giving a problem. It is not allowing me to continue. So now notice Java C, there is no issue. I will just say Java variables demo. You can see whatever the value that I passed there, true is getting stored. Am I completely clear, guys? Am I completely clear, all of you? You understood this? Okay. Now notice one point I will just say. So example 3. Void main. Here I will just say C. This is not a problem. And here I will do this. So the output happens to be, this is the third example. Now, quickly, I would like you people to copy these 3 examples. Quickly try to copy it. Try to write it on your own, but don't make any mistakes. So while noting it down, just properly copy it. Later, whenever you are trying in your computers, you have to practice it properly. Because, sir, who will practice this small program, sir? Today it is small program. If you practice this today properly, then whatever the programs that comes up in future, you would be able to do it. If you don't do this today, then you will not be doing that programs. Absolutely, you will not be doing, because in the next week, I'll be starting the programs, actually interview programs. I'll be covering around 15 to 20 programs. I will cover one complete week. I will dedicate it to writing programs, so that you will get complete hold on the concept which I am trying to say, or which I am trying to convey. So very important week is coming up in next week. So you have to probably if you practice it well, you will get a clarity. If you don't practice it, then there is no point in attending the class. That is how it will be from now coming days. So whatever that I say, blindly copy it and blindly try it out without making any excuses. I hope I am clear with this. Instead of implementing variables, you can just say using variables in Java programs. Okay. Can I continue now? Done? Is it done? Copied? Okay. So the next concept that I'll be doing is operators. So what are different operators? What are the different types of operators we have in Java? See, there are different types of operators in Java which are listed below. Which are listed below. Which are listed below. What are the different ones, sir? First one, arithmetic operators. Second one, we have something called as logical operators. Third one, it is called as bitwise operators. Fourth one, we have something called as ternary operators. This I will do it later. Tomorrow. I'll not be doing it today because today if I do it also, you will not understand anything. That is the reason. Okay. Okay, sir. What are different arithmetic operators that is supported by Java? So notice. So I'll just mark it like this. Arithmetic operators. Below are the arithmetic operators supported by Java. What are they? So first one, it has to be plus, that is, see here, plus, comma, minus, multiplication, division, modulus. So see here, sum, this is called as difference, multiplication, divide, modulus. Because you will be using these operators, complete throughout the, throughout the course, because all these operators will be using it. So it is very much needed because, for almost all the programs, you would be needing these operators. I'll be writing the programs for each one of them. You don't have to worry about it. Second one, or first I will cover this. I'll write the programs for this. See here, example. So I'll write one program. See here, for everything I'll be writing one program. So you have to be, you have to practice the same. So notice I will create a new file. Maybe I will just say public class arithmetic operators example, something like this. I will write public static void main. See, whatever the way that I am writing, capital letter, lowercase letters, exactly you have to copy. Exactly you have to write. Why? I will tell you. There are certain set of rules that is defined by Java. So we should abide those rules. We cannot violate those rules. We have to follow it. Okay. This main string of arguments. And after this, what I will do is I will declare few variables. See, now for general purpose, I'll be storing 10, 20, 30 only. I'll not be using byte, short and all. Let us use int only, because after some operations, it might throw few errors because some data type issues and all I don't want. Because if you use the plus operator or minus operator, there is some problem if we use byte, short and all. For that, in the concept of typecasting, there is one concept called typecasting. I will talk about that problem during, whenever I talk about typecasting. For that reason, I will declare few variables. You know how to declare the variable. I will declare the variable like this, int num1. After this, see here, int num2. After this, int sum, something like this. You can declare it like this. You can declare the variables like this, or see here, or you can declare it like this, int num1 comma num2 comma sum, like this. So no need of writing int 3 times. If all the variables are of type integer, then you can declare it in one single line like this. Did you understand this or not? You understood this line? Whatever that I wrote here and whatever that I wrote here, you understood whatever I'm trying to say here, all of you? Okay, so very simple. Instead of writing it in 3 lines, int, and int, you can directly int and then you can use the comma separation. And if you use the comma separation, whatever that I have written here, the same effect you will get here. So I'll be using the same approach. Okay. After that, what, sir? After this, so notice I will just say 10. I will store it to number 1. So, sir, what are you trying to do here, sir? What am I now trying to do here is all these days, like from yesterday, I did like this. I was writing, see here, num1 equal to 10. That is 10. I will store it in one memory location whose name happens to be num1. Like this, I was writing. But now what I have done, this part, I have already written in the top. I have already written in the top. So I am just using the name I am assigning the value to it. Did you understand this or not? Did you understand what I have done here, all of you? Is there any confusion with this? You understood, right? All of you. Awesome. I continue. Now notice, next one, what I will do is num2 20, I will store it in memory and I will assign one name to that memory location, which is called as num. Okay, sir, what you will do with this? I will just say num1 plus num2, the result, I will store it in one variable called as sum. I will store it in one variable called as sum. Oh, okay, sir. Next what? Next what? Notice system dot out dot println sum. So what this program, okay, I will save this. So I told you the class name and file name should be same. So for that reason, I copied the class name and then I will just say dot Java. I will save it. Okay. Now what this program will do? It will declare few variables. That means it will, for giving name to the memory location, it is ready. What I will do, I am storing some data. That data, in the memory, I have to somehow locate it. For that reason, I am providing the names to it. After that, always, whenever you have the assignment operator, whenever you see something called as equals, you should always go from RHS to LHS. RHS, what is there in num1? 10 is there. Num2, substitute whatever that is there in num2. Num2, 20 is there. 10 plus 20, it will sum and then it will give the result. Whatever the result that it gives, it will get stored in sum. One memory location, it will get. Oh, whatever sum is there, I'm getting, I'm just printing. So if you did not understand this, you understood this or not? Whatever that I am trying to say. Okay, 1 second. I will just day 8. Inside this, I will just say, I'll just create day 8. Now, here I'll draw the diagram. So for your better understanding, I am doing this because, these fundamentals, if you are strong enough, then, the concepts which are tougher, you will definitely grasp it easily. That is the reason I'm going in this direction. It will definitely benefit you because basics should be strong. I'm making sure that your basics are strong enough. Assume this is how your memory is looking like. So this is your memory. Okay, sir. What next? So notice I have stored something like this in the memory. 10 I stored, and then to this 10, I have provided one name to it. To this 10, I am providing one name to it. It is called as num1. So initial days, I will not be, coming to any conclusion, or I'll not be expecting anything from you. I will do everything from scratch. As I promised, everything I want you people to, know. So from zero, I will do it. If you know, it is good. If you don't know, you will definitely understand. That is the intention. So 20, don't think, one after the other, the data will be there. 20 can get stored anywhere. So here, 20 will get stored maybe somewhere on the memory. So billions of bytes will be there. Out of that billions of bytes, you never know where the data would be stored. Now to this 20, I am providing one name. The name happens to be num2. num2. And then I will make it 22. After this, so I'll go back to my program. Whatever that is there in num1, tell me what is there in num1? 10 is there. What is there in num2? 20 is there. Both of them I am adding. I am storing it in one variable called as sum. That is one memory location whose name happens to be sum. So maybe that memory location would be somewhere here. So 30 will get stored here. 30 will get stored somewhere here. Now, for that, one name we have provided, the name happens to be sum. So the name happens to be sum, like this, 30 will be there. Now, when I'm trying to print sum, you can see 30 is the data that we are getting. Now, I hope, at the memory level, you understood how it works. Clear, all of you? Clear, all of you? Okay. Now, after this, first, so notice, I will just copy this program. I will allow you to, write it later. So just keep on concentrating. Here, example. So the first one happens to be plus operator. Plus operator. So the program, I will paste it. So the output will be 30, or I will just say something like this. Output equal to 30. Next, second one, it is minus operator. So I need not, explain completely, how minus works. So the thing is, what I will do is 20, I will do here, 10, I will do here. Instead of sum, the name of the variable, I will change it to difference. So after, I will not be doing num1 plus num2, rather I will be doing num1 minus num2. num1 minus num2, num1 minus num2 will be 10. 10 will be stored in difference. Just give me 1 second. Sorry for that. So you can notice whatever difference is there, the difference I am trying to print. So, this program is straightforward. How many of you have confusions in this program, understanding this program? Is there any confusion, anybody? Any confusion? All of you, you understood this program. It's straightforward, right? Is there any confusion, guys? Even if you have a minute doubt, you are free to ask, okay? I will be very happy to, convey, or I'll be very happy to, make you understand it. Even if you want to ask me 100 times, you can ask me. I am there to help you out here. So you don't make any assumptions. You have any doubts, you straightforwardly ask. Don't think about what others will feel. Even if it is a silly doubt, you can ask me. I hope this program is clear. Yes or no? Okay. So let us run this program. Let us run this program. So notice, I will just go back to my command prompt. Now, clear? So firstly, I did not execute the first one. So I'll do that. First, let me fix that. Okay, 1 second. Whatever some program was there, I will just change it. So notice I will save it. I will just run it. Java C, the file name happens to be arithmeticoperations.java. There is no issue. After that, Java arithmetic example, you can see 30 is the output. So notice this program anyway, we copied it. This program anyway, we copied it. Now, the next program will be like this. Now notice I will run this program. I will run this program. So I'll clear it. So Java C, the file name happens to be arithmetic example. Explicitly requested. 1 second. There is some problem. Difference is the problem. I think the code looks good. Diff. I will change this to diff as well. And then I will change this to diff. Okay. Now let me check this. Oh, my mistake. Sorry. I had to provide .java as the extension. I forgot to give it. My mistake. Sorry. So Java arithmetic operator example, you can see 20 minus 10. If I go back to memory, you can see what happens is this is for addition. So this is for, so num1 will be 20. So num1 will be 20. Num2 will be 10. The output will be 10. And the variable name is not sum, rather it is diff. Okay. Now, I'll go back to the program. I'll just copy this program and then I will paste it. So here, output will be 10. I hope I am completely clear with this. The third operator, the third one happens to be multiplication operator. For everything, I'll be writing the program. At least from, if you type in 5 programs yourself, the confidence will get boosted. That is the reason I'm doing this. So keep on observing. Don't think, I'm doing it for wasting time. Absolutely not. There is a specific reason for me to do it. Okay. So notice I will just create the variable name as a product. Product. So product, then the operator will be product. Now, when I run this program, see here, I will run this program. I'll clear the screen. Java C arithmetic example dot Java, no issues. Java arithmetic exception, arithmetic operator example. So 10 into 20 will be 200. Do you want me to write this memory representation or will you be doing it? Should I write it or will you be doing this? Guys, please do respond. You should be doing it because, if you learn one programming language with respect to memory level understanding, then learning all other programming languages will be very easy for you. That is the reason I suggest you people to write the memory representation whenever it is needed. Okay, now notice I'll copy this program. So it is not difference, rather it is product. So this is product, and it is not a minus operator, rather it is multiplication operator, product. So the output will be 20 into 10 will be 200. I hope I am completely clear with this. Next, fourth one, it is the division. So division operator. Now, same example, I will run it quickly. Not, this I will make it as result. So here I will call it as result number 1 divided by number 2. And then I will print the result. 20 divided by 10. 10 multiplied by 2 will be 20. So the output will be 2. That is the, that will be the quotient. So, whatever the quotient that we are calculating, very basic division, quotient and remainder. Quotient means, how many times if you, divide by number, that is what is quotient. So that will be the result. So the output should be 2. Now notice, I will just say Java C arithmetic operator example dot Java. After this, Java arithmetic operator example. So the output is 2. That is what I told you as well. I'll just go back to my notes. I will paste it. So the output will be 2. The fifth operator that I am going to discuss is a modulus operator. It is called as modulus. So what is this modulus? It is the remainder. It gives you the remainder. So, whenever you are dividing, whenever you want to know the remainder. So if you divide 20 by 10, there won't be any remainder. So, you can calculate it. So notice, I will just say remainder. After this, I will compile this program. I will run this program. You can see the remainder will be 0, because if you divide 20 by 10, in 2 iterations, complete number will get divided. I will not be getting any remainder. But the same thing, if I divide 20 by maybe 3, maybe what will be the remainder? It should be 2, right? So notice Java C arithmetic example.java arithmetic example. You can see the output is 2, because 3 6 are 18. So 2 will be the remainder, because you cannot divide 20 by 3. So, whatever the nearest number that is there, you will try to do it. And whatever that remains, that is called as a remainder. In order to calculate it, you will be using the modulus operator. So I'll go back. So the output will be 2. This is the remainder after division. So I hope this program is completely clear. Now, what I would do, I would request you to do is, one program you copy it, and all other 3 programs or 4 programs you write it on your own. Just copy one program correctly, without making any syntactical mistakes. Copy the program properly. So I'm telling you now only, without making any mistakes, you should be copying it. So if you make some mistake, then while executing the program, you will face the issues. I will ask you that also tomorrow. You should have practiced all the 6 programs. So what I would request you is, like how I did, all the programs in one file, you should not do it. You create separate classes, arithmetic addition operator example, arithmetic subtraction operator example, for different operator, one program, one file you create. So that, why I am doing this, there is a purpose. You should, you will get that hold of creating Java programs manually, compiling it, running it, everything, you will get that clarity. By the way, have you installed Java, all of you? You have installed Java, yes or no? It's working, right? You tried to run the Hello World program. Okay, very good. Can I continue? Is it done, all of you? Okay. The next type of operator will be logical operators. So for logical operators, I will not be writing the programs today because there is a reason. For that, there is something called as conditionals that you should learn. That I'll be doing it in the tomorrow's class. The conditionals, loops and all will be done. So logical operators, what all different operators are there, I will list it so that you can copy it. Tomorrow we will write the program for this because, I am following this approach. There is a reason for it. Just keep on keep on listening to what I say. In logical operator, you have something called as the symbol is there. See, this is the first one. So this is first one is this. It is also called as greater than. Second one, just keep on observing. Notice. Second one, it is lesser than. Third one, greater than or equal to. Fourth one, lesser than or equal to. Fifth one, equal to. Sixth one, this is not equal. Not equal. Just copy this. Just copy this. Usage of this, I will do it in the next class. In the coming class, I'll be doing it. Sorry. Okay, I'll continue with the discussion. The next one happens to be, it is called as bitwise operators. Bitwise operators also in tomorrow's class, I will explain it because I need to convince you or convey one concept called conditionals. So in conditionals only you can use these operators. So, sir, why don't you start the conditionals now only? If I start, I'll not be able to close it, right? Because I need to write the flow diagram and all. So that is the reason. Let us not hurry. Just keep on concentrating. Bitwise operators, you have something called as bitwise OR, which is represented as bitwise OR, which can be represented as this, like this. This is the symbol. Next, we have bitwise AND. So, which can be represented as double ampersand. I will explain it to you. Very easy. When we do the conditionals, I'll use this. You yourself will write the program. I am 100% sure about that. Just copy this. No, it is not logical. Actually, they are bitwise. We call it as bitwise operators. Okay. So that's all about the operators. Everything we covered it. Next, the thing is comments. So what is that comments? I will tell you. Comments in Java. So I'll just write it whenever we need to, whenever we don't want the Java compiler to compile few lines of code, then we should comment those lines of code. So Java supports two types of comments. First one, it is single line comment. Second one, it is called as block level comments. Okay. So what are you trying to say, sir? What am I now trying to say is, so see here, assume we have a program. Now, what I will do is, I don't want this particular line to get compiled. So if I don't compile, it will not get executed. In other words, I want to somehow make sure this line does not get executed. I want to hide this line from getting executed. If at all you ask me how to do it, for that we can use single line comment or block level comments. Oh, okay, sir, what is the, how can we apply single line comment? See here, I will just say single line comments. Yes. Any shortcut key to select, single line comment? Yes. When I switch to Eclipse, I will teach you. Completely, I will teach you. You don't worry about it. Since we are in Notepad only, we will not do it. But in tomorrow's class or day after tomorrow's class, I will install Eclipse, or I'll teach you where to download Eclipse, how to install Eclipse, how to configure the project. Everything I will teach you. From then, I will be teaching you the shortcuts. All the shortcuts I will teach you. You don't worry about it. Now, single comment syntax. Syntax will be like, slashes, two slashes you should be, that is front slash. So front slash line of code. So this is the syntax example. See here, I will add like this. If I add like this, that means compiler will understand that, oh, the developer is telling me that this particular line of code should not get executed. So compiler will ignore compiling this code. If it does not compile, then there is no point in execution. In other words, Java will understand, oh, if I write like this, it will feel that, oh, developer, for some reason, he does not want this line of code to get executed. So I will not, execute it, for me, it is less work. So notice, if I run this program, we will not be seeing any output at all. So notice, I will just run this program. I will just say Java C arithmetic example dot Java. No issues. Java, when I now run it, are you seeing any output here? Are you seeing any output here? No output. Yes or no? You understood what comments, what is the importance of comments, all of you? You understood this or not? Okay. Now notice what I will do here is I will add one more system.out.println. System.out.println. Testing, something like this I will add. Testing, something like this I will add. Now, what I will do is I will comment this. So even though this line of code is there in your program, but it will not get executed. See, I will compile it. I will run it. I hope you can notice only 2 is getting printed because of the reminder, but this testing is not getting printed. Oh, I will uncomment it. And then again, when I now compile it, there is no issue. And I now run it. You can see testing is also getting printed. 2 is also getting printed. So in order to make sure some line of code is not getting executed, then we will be adding comments. So example, notice, I will just add it. So I will just say this line of code will be ignored by the Java compiler. I'll just do this. Okay, sir, after this, what? This is single line comment. Second one, block level comments. Block level comments. Syntax will be like this, slash star, and then lines of code to be ignored. So I'll tell you what is the difference between both of them. Star slash like this. Oh, sir, what will block level comment do? Block level comments, we use it in order to make sure multiple lines of code, in order to make sure I ignore multiple lines of code from getting executed. If I have only one line of code, if I want to ignore only this line of code, then I can use single line comment. That is why the name itself, it is single line comment. Block level comment means one block of code. Block means multiple lines of code. If at all you want to ignore the execution of multiple lines of code, then you will be using block level comment. This is the syntax. So notice what I will do is example. I'll go back to this program. What I will do is I will add, see here. I'll add something like this. Something like this. Sir, we can add single line comments only for all the lines of code which we want to ignore, sir. That is also fine. That will work, but it doesn't look good. See, the code looks very clumsy. Even this code, definitely without any problem, it will work. See, I will just compile it. Compile it. Run it. When I run it, see, even though you added 5 to 6 lines of code, it is getting ignored. But the code is not looking good. For that reason, what I will do here is I will remove all the comments, single line comments I will remove. And then I will just say, see here, slash star, the space is not mandatory, to make sure it looks good, I am adding it. And after this line, I will just say star slash. See, this code doesn't look clumsy at all for me because it looks cleaner. It looks cleaner at least. So it looks cleaner. So whenever you see something like this, Java will treat that, okay, these lines of code, developer is telling me not to compile it, not to execute it. I will not bother about it. Java will only take care of the other lines where the comments are not. I will now run the program again. See, Java C, and then when I run it, there is no problem. Oh, now what I will do is, see here, instead of adding it here, I will add here. Now when I run this program, there is no problem. When I now run it, you can see these two lines of code I did not want to ignore. I wanted to execute it. That is the reason it is getting executed. I hope I am completely clear between the difference, right? Whenever you want to ignore. So see here, I'll just add it as a note. Note, whenever we need to comment one single line of code, then we can use single line comments. Whenever, again, one more note, whenever we need to comment multiple lines of code or a block of code, we should be using block level comments. Is that completely clear, all of you? Is that clear, all of you? Yes or no? Please do respond. Okay, now copy it, comments, and then just copy this. Copy this quickly. In the meanwhile, I am sending one message to all of you. That is the link where you can fill in your attendance. Please mark your attendance for today in that link. In the chat box, I have sent you. Please check it once. Shall I scroll down? Shall I scroll down, all of you? Okay. Guys, is it done? All of you? Okay. So what I will do is I'll halt the discussion here because, I will discuss the keywords also in tomorrow's class because I'll be using the conditional keywords tomorrow. So we will do it tomorrow exactly at 8 o'clock, right? So what I would request you all is please mark the attendance. Secondly, go back now itself, anyway, you are in front of the system. So all I would request you is just spend 5 minutes and type in all these programs separately. And, you create one separate folder for programs, type in all the programs, day wise. Today is day 8, all the programs in one folder, you save it. Day 9, whatever programs I do, you create one folder on day 9 and you store it there, so that whenever you do the revision for interview purpose, it will definitely benefit you. So I will halt the discussion here. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, if we are good to go, then we will again meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock exactly. So try to join the session by 8 o'clock sharp, because I'll not be waiting not even 1 minute, because exact 8 I will start, exact 9:30 I will stop. Today I'm a bit lenient. I'm leaving you 8 minutes earlier. So you spend that time on doing this work. Whatever the programs are there, please try to practice it. Okay. You have any doubts, you can ask me. Is there any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Please do respond. What about yesterday class recording? I think you can access those recordings in Study Online app web application. It would have been uploaded by now. Definitely they would have uploaded it. Try accessing it. Okay. So with logical operators can be called as rational operators. I have not heard about this. I will check and then I'll get back to you. Because all the operators which I mentioned under logical operators, in Java documentation, I have seen it as logical operators. I might have missed also. I will check and then I'll get back to you tomorrow, because I have not heard about this rational operator. What about separate group for Java full stack members? It will be done in this week. You will be given access to the Slack group. In this week, you will be getting the access. It will be done this week. Okay. Anything else? You have anything else, guys? All good. I hope you understood the concepts I did today. Yes or no? Okay. My number, I will share it across. We will create one WhatsApp group also. I will check with Sandesh. In that group, I'll just provide you the number. My number, so that we can create one WhatsApp group, and then we'll so that we can discuss. If at all we have any doubt, we can discuss there. I'll just check with Sandesh. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Have a good day. Please practice it. Do proper revision and attend the class tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all. Have a good day. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.